There's a lot of reasons for coming back. And I think the most simplistic answer is to, this is really who I am. And I love Cache Valley. I'm biased. My 3 kids graduated from here, so that doesn't hurt, and had great experiences as student athletes here. So, there's a lot of those reasons. But, when you go down to the core of when you've done this for 30 plus years now, I hate to say that, but it's been 30 plus years we've been doing this thing. You really learn who you are, what you're about, your identity, and there's no right or wrong answer to that, but it's just who you are. And the unity within the community. It's kept its core. A lot of people have also found that little, magic potion that I'm talking about and want to live here also. But Cache Valley as a whole has kept its core of belief of tight unity, extremely concerned about the community. People are very intertwined with each other, from neighborhoods to North Logan to wherever you go. People are, I'm from Cache Valley, and I'm very proud of where I'm from.
Logan is a great college town. The nice thing about that, we're the only university for 90 miles. And guys really want to focus on the game. The environment is great. I mean, this is a great college town. This is a great football town too. People love Utah State Aggies. And I've never heard anybody, whether they be football players or alum, say, I had a horrible time at Utah State. Everybody loves Utah State.
Aggie football is a religion, man, I think. I think the people in this community, this valley, are very passionate about their sports. I think it's a diamond in the rough a little bit. You kind of pop through that canyon, and it's pretty surreal to me when you drive through Cache Valley. But to me, that's what it is, man.
My family loves it. Everybody up here is about the Aggies. Everywhere I go to, whether it's a grocery store or a restaurant, they all, even in my neighborhood, they all talk about how they have season tickets and they love it, and they love going to games and love that Coach Anderson is back in town.
When you are a student athlete or a general student, you're going to make a difference in a lot of little eyes every single day, whether it's the grocery store, the movie theater, the bowling alley, wherever you go. You're going to have a positive or a negative effect on little eyes and little ears. And I think that's pretty special, that you can have positive effects on a daily basis with the youth.
The euphoria from the Aggies' first WAC championship and first 10-win season hasn't really worn off yet.
Utah State finally breaks in at number 23. The Aggies will try to go to 10-1 for the first time ever this Saturday.
Football fans rejoice. The season is almost here. Utah State, which received 6 first-place votes.
Had great success. Utah State gave me a tremendous opportunity as a young coach to be a head coach. And I feel like because of that, this is my opportunity to give everything I got to give back to Utah State, to allow us to continue to grow as a football program, as a university, and as a group of core of student athletes, not just football players.
Mountain West Championship, that's it. We win the Mountain West, that's a successful season. If you don't, it still can be a successful season, you just didn't reach the ultimate goal. So, it's gonna be a successful season, period, but we wanna be up top, we wanna be number 1. Well, I just anticipated great things, I hope that they came in with the mindset of winning the Mountain West Championship and pushing me to my limits to make me the greatest player I can be. So that's what I thought, that was my only mindset.
We're here to win a championship. I'm excited for these guys to do their thing and to have fun. And that's the trick, man, is working your butt off, working as hard as you can, but having fun too. And again, having fun starts with winning too. You got to win games to have fun. But I'm excited for the future. It should be good.
The expectations, it's always high coming off a good season like that. So, really just trying to get back to where we're at.
You got a chip on your shoulder?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. I got a chip on my shoulder all the time. We're trying to end with the goal of winning the Mountain West Championship. Of course, that's the main goal. So, whatever it takes to get there, that's just how I look to
in this season. So,
you know, I can speak for the O-line. A successful season for us would be getting better 13 games in a row. Making sure the product we put out on the field collectively is better than it was the week before, and competing against our former selves to be the best individuals and group that we can be out on that field on Saturdays.
I want them to have success on the football field. I want them to reach all their goals. I want to win them all. But for us as coaches, our main goal, our belief is our job is done, and we can say, congratulations, move along in life, young man, and go take care of business. When honestly, when he has his degree and he has a job where he wakes up in the morning and big smile on his face, gets to go to work, and he makes the money to take care of whatever he's created at that point, whether that be his family, whether that be his children, whether that be just his wife. And then we can say, we're done. So we're a long ways away from being done with this senior class, even when those football games are over with, and that's how we believe it as a staff.
Nobody in the country worked as hard as we did.
The strength staff jumping out to me and being right now an MVP of the summer, and really probably can't because they have done such a tremendous job with these young men of bringing them along and developing. And
they came in here and they led and they attacked every workout like they're gonna push themselves until they can't go anymore.
and we've been grinding. It's been a lot of tough work. So, but I mean, the workouts they've been pretty hard. I ain't gonna lie. So, but it's been fun. I mean, I like the summer. I like coming out here and working out.
Bring him up. Hey, Mount West chance on three. 1, 2, 3. Mount West chance.
There's going to be adversity. There's going to be great days. There's going to be just okay days, and we have to hang together through all those situations. You know, kids are going to compete. Kids are going to get upset. One kid's going to win, another kid's going to lose.
Stay up.
You're looking for a kid that's physically able to get through fall camp, first of all. I think summer camp, all it's doing is preparing you to get into fall camp and get ready to go. But I think the mindset is there for these guys to just understand that it's going to be a grind. Football is hard, but they're focused. They've really got the camaraderie, the brotherhood already packed together right now because they've been doing this summer camp for about 8 weeks.
Summer training was brutal, I ain't gonna lie, it was brutal. And just to come out here, you know, I saw that the recovery from when we get all those reps and we get on the sideline, our recovery with our lungs and our breathing happened very quickly. So I know that the summer training has worked out well for us.
Let's start close to the bag. Right there's good. Here we go. Go. Good. Again. Good. Reset it. Good. Go. Good. Here you go. Good. Ball.
Yeah, I feel we're in good shape. I mean, all summer we've just been conditioning and working out. So I feel like we started off in good shape, and I mean, we'll just get in better shape.
Had my shirt like I just jumped out the pool. Like, he know what he doing. And I like it because they specify on it, like, you got percentages. You know, I had some pretty good workouts in my life, but nothing like that.
I was excited to see the fruits of their labor. You know, they worked their tail off this summer. You know, it was a very strenuous off season, in my opinion, for those big guys, and I was really pleased and proud of the way they responded to that. So for me, you know, coming in, I was just excited to see the end result of all that work. And you know, there's a lot of guys in that room. They've changed their body. You know, they've put on good weight.
Everything looked well today. Everybody did well today. They're well conditioned. They are running fast, flying around. They're just excited to be out here.
Coach Hicks, his staff did a tremendous job, and that's obvious. You know, you see them a little bit doing the things that they do in the summer as they're going through the facility and what have you, but you know, the way we ran our pace plays today, the way we ran practice today, we could not have done that in the spring. And we didn't ask them to do that in the spring. We didn't train them that way, but now they're asked to be in football shape when they walk into camp. Game shape, no, but football shape. And their strength numbers are up. They're handled practice very well, and I think that they're in a good spot mentally. So
obviously it's day one. Wait till we get our pads on and everything like that. But I feel like they're well prepared to take on camp, take on the season. We have a heck of a schedule this year with multiple tough opponents, you know, home and away, out of conference, in conference. We go in there, we're gonna be the most physical team on the field. They're gonna feel us after the game.
You know, when you put them things on, it's real football, and I loved it today, man. A lot of guys was brought to my attention and made me real happy today. Man, that guy's excited. He's so amazing. I was so happy to see him break all them runs. It's good to see success when you teaching a young guy how to do things, and it's good that he's accepting it and being receptive to everything I'm telling him. So I like that.
I feel like part of being a running back is just instinct. Sometimes you do a good run, you look at it back on the camera and you don't even realize what you did. It's just, yeah, running back instincts.
Jalen Warren is, you know, we felt through the whole recruiting process, you know, we thought he could be a special back within this offense. And you know, he's still obviously a work in progress. We're 5 days into camp, but that is the first time in pads, and he's done some great things for us. He was a great player at East High School. You know, when Brandon Matich tells me a guy's a player, I'm going to believe him, and have believed that for many, many years. And you know, Brandon stamped off on him without a doubt. He proved it at Snow. He was an extremely talented player, and you know, we're lucky to have him.
We got Jay Love. I'm mark my words, a Heisman candidate. You know, you need to get some of them mints. He got his own mint, so go get some of them.
You know, it's what you would expect. Solid, consistent, in command. You know, when he's in there with that first offense, you know, especially when he gets G Bright there back with him, there's a very comfort zone right now, and those other running backs need to get in that position where that comfort zone's for Jordan. The receivers are all brand new, basically. Not all brand new, but you know, 75% of that production is not there from a year ago, but he did have him in spring ball, so that's still growing. But Jordan has never been one to do anything but say, hey, you know, every time he takes the field, I believe he's going to score a touchdown. And if he doesn't, he's going to get him in field goal position. So he is a student, athlete, professional. That's what I call him.
Toughness is a trait that seems like it's fading away, kind of. Football is hard. And you've got to challenge yourself. You've got to push yourself to be the very best. And if you don't have that internal motivation, we're probably going to pass up on you, because you might have the 4 and 5 star, that glitz and glamour. I mean, you got the 5 star, but if you don't got the heart and the toughness or the discipline to do it every single day, day in and day out, we'll probably pass up on you.
Well, it was great to get in full pads, first of all. You know, it was very physical. I thought we came back and competed, and there was give and take on both sides. It sounded right. It was physical. It was tough. It was, again, give and take on both sides, but I thought the kids handled it well. And, you know, now we'll back off a little bit for a couple of days. And
Good, find a way to it. There! Good, go! So go! Pass down! Hey, you got the cross. Let's go. There, go! Go!
you know, kids are going to compete. Kids are going to get upset. One kid's going to win, another kid's going to lose. Another kid's going to talk a little trash when he wins. The other kid's the loser's not going to like that too much as we go through this. So there's always going to be those moments of confrontation. The key is when you have those moments of confrontation that get out of hand, as a coach, you teach. It was great to be around these kids during fall camp. I think they worked extremely hard, focused. They appear to be on the mission. So it was good. We stayed relatively healthy, which is always a huge part of camp. I felt like camp was pretty physical, but the kids handled it well. I thought the coaches did a tremendous job. Spend time in the spring looking at your first opponent and second opponent and third opponent. But in this case, we're talking about Wake Forest now, and we've definitely moved on to game planning against them. Very good football team, number one. Good football players allow their best football players to get involved and make plays. So we'll have to play our best game.
Gary Anderson gets the bath at the end of this one.
He's special. Gary Anderson's a special man. He's a special coach, special person. And if you don't know the Utah State football story, you don't realize how bad things were for a long time at Utah State.
It's hard to blame Gary Anderson for leaving Utah State for Wisconsin. His salary is going to jump from about $700,000 per year to roughly $2 million. He's taken over a program that gets 80,000 fans each game, and in this, a down year, still made the Rose Bowl.
Change for me as a coach, I think just experiences. Experiences that change you, and you work to have those experiences change you in a positive way. And there's been great, there's been okay, and there's been not good in all those situations. And so I think you look at yourself and you say, okay, what is your core? And remember what your core is. And our core as a staff, my core as a coach, is student athletes first. But I've understood that I've made mistakes in that area and got too distracted at times possibly on coaching. Like I said, hiring the coach that is a kid first coach and a coach second, making sure that I stay in that lane and push kids in what my core beliefs are, which is academic success, social success, athletic part of it, I believe will take care of itself. So I don't think I've really changed from where I grew up, even with Coach McBride and the core that he taught me as a young coach.
He always wanted to be a coach. So when he played for me, that's what he, like once he graduated, I was coaching at the University of Arizona, and he would come down and visit, and yeah, I knew when he played for me, and he was a great leader for us, and that was a natural thing for him.
Coach Anderson is the guy's gold. He's a winner. He takes care of you. He will do all he can to put you in a position to where you want to be at the end of your career, but you got to follow his plan. But Coach Anderson is easily the sell that I do when I'm out recruiting, because he's probably the best coach I've been around.
Well, Coach A raised me in this profession. I was here back in 2009 through 2012, and I was a first-time full-time coach. And so, he was really the first head coach I worked for, as a full-time guy. When it's my room and it's my name on everything, I'm not assisting somebody else. So, obviously I have a lot of respect for Coach Anderson. I've been with him for a long time, and I think for me, I'm a loyal guy. I value that, and I know he is too. But I think that for me, the biggest thing with Coach A that I felt was, we have a lot of the same philosophies in what we think our role is as a football coach. He lets me care about my guys. My guys know he cares about them, and that's important for me. I think I'm a little different. I obviously I care about wins and losses and records and all of those type of things, right? Those are all goals, and we're all competitors. But for me, it's more than that, And when I first started working for Coach A, I felt like I found somebody at this level that was like that, and that was important for me.
After that year apart, when he was at Utah, we were able to reunite again, and he is the defensive coordinator for 4 years when I was there with him at Utah. And He's been a mentor for me, and I wouldn't be here in this position as a head coach if it weren't for Gary Anderson and the love that he showed me and my family, and just the opportunity that he gave me. So I have wonderful mentors that I appreciate. Lavelle Edwards, Ron McBride, and Gary Anderson and Kyle Whittingham are the guys that basically helped me become who I am today as a coach.
Everything I've been told about this man has stand to be true. This man is very genuine, loving, and caring, and he does put the kids first. Like first, not second, first.
Screw on dinner, okay? All right, we got to figure out dinner tonight. We'll get you double pay. That's a bad deal, okay? It's Division III football. I apologize, okay? It's not good. All right, we'll get that fixed in the way it needs to be. All right, if you got trouble with dinner, come and see me. I'll be here for a while. All right? Okay? We can.
At the end of the day, I want to see a football team that represents Aggie Nation the right way, and that's very important to us on the field, off the field, how they travel on the airplane, how they handle themselves in the hotel. All those things that's what a football program's all about. And obviously, it's all about winning, but there's a lot that goes into winning.